Hello boys and girls. Today I'm going to read you the second chapter of Moog Tails. I hope you enjoy. One sunny day the family of Moogs decided it was time for another picnic, and Grandma Moog set about putting food into a large hamper. There were 7 Moogs in the Moog family: Grandma and Grandpa Moog, Mother and Father Moog, and their 8-year-old son, 5-year-old daughter, and of course, Baby Moog. Baby Moog watched closely as Grandma's packing of the picnic hamper. She put in lots of sandwiches and lemonade, and a big bag of biscuits, some bananas, and finally he counted in 6 cream cakes. Baby Moog was quite quiet as they walked to the field by the stream, where they were going to enjoy their picnic. Mother Moog laid out the rug for them all to sit on so that they didn't get their fur dirty, and started to unpack the food. Baby Moog watched as everything was laid out around them. His sister felt that all the cream cakes should be hers because she was the prettiest. This upset Baby Moog even more because he thought that there wasn't a cake for him anyway, as Grandma had only packed 6. Baby Moog thought his big brother was strong and tough, and was going to be an explorer Moog, like Great Uncle Moogatroyd. After eating 3 piles of sandwiches, Baby Moog's big brother said he was going to explore the woods and try to catch some wild raspberries. Baby Moog watched as he ran off into the woods, his trotters going as quickly as they could. Then Baby Moog decided to follow his brother and set off after him, unnoticed by the rest of the family, who were happily peeling bananas. Baby Moog thought that perhaps he could explore and hunt down some cream cakes, which he thought grew on trees, because Grandma Moog had forgotten to pack one for Baby Moog to eat. Baby Moog soon lost sight of his big brother, but wasn't frightened, as he could see an exciting-looking stream ahead, and some cream cake trees were probably just beyond that. Baby Moog paddled across the stream, hopping on and off the stepping stones until there was a large apple tree in sight. Baby Moog's mind was temporarily set on the nicest, juiciest apples that hung from the branches, and the cream cake trees that must lay further inside the woods were forgotten as Baby Moog clambered up onto the apple tree, paw over paw, until he reached at last the top. There were 2 reasons for climbing a tree, of course. One was to reach apples, the other was to see if there were any sign of his big brother Moog and his wild raspberries. Baby Moog was content just sitting up in the tree. He had managed to eat 6 apples, when suddenly he saw Grandpa heading towards the tree. He had noticed that Baby Moog was missing, and spied the apple cores floating downstream. Grandpa felt it would be a good idea to pick some of the apples for tea while he was searching for Baby Moog. When he saw the well-munched apple cores floating towards him, this gave him a clue to where Baby Moog had disappeared to. As Grandpa called to the other Moogs, Baby Moog struggled to climb down from the tree, but found that there was no way of getting down. Grandpa heard his distressed cries and looked up to see Baby Moog dangling from a branch. Big Brother Moog also heard Baby Moog's cry and came running to help. As the family of Moogs gathered under the tree, Father Moog climbed onto Grandpa Moog's shoulders and reached up onto the branch to rescue Baby Moog, who shouted with relief at being able to get down and snatch an apple with his paw as the branch went past. The Moogs decided that the apples were too good an opportunity to miss, and fetched the empty picnic basket to fill with the fruit to make into a pie. Father Moog climbed onto Grandpa Moog's shoulders once more and tossed apples down to the rest of the family to put in the basket. As they strolled back to their picnic spot to collect their rug and return to the burrow, Grandma Moog asked Baby Moog why he had gone off on an adventure when he had only eaten 2 plates of sandwiches. It couldn't possibly be full up. Baby Moog replied that there had been no cream cake for him, and that cream cake trees would be found in the woods. Grandma laughed and said, "Cream cakes don't grow on trees, silly." "Don't they?" asked Baby Moog. Grandma produced Baby Moog's cream cake from her apron pocket, which he had managed not to eat, and passed it to him. "I thought I didn't have a cake because you only put 6 in the basket," said Baby Moog delightedly. "We'll have to teach you to count properly," said Grandma. "There was 1 for me, 1 for Grandpa, 1 each for Father and Mother Moog, and 1 each for your brother and sister." She paused for a moment. "And of course, the biggest one for you. That makes 7. Mmm, said Baby Moog with a mouthful of cream. Well, that's the end of chapter 2. I will hope you join me again soon for another story. See you again soon.